All right, welcome back. We're going to start chapter 5. We're going to start, chapter 5 has some graphing in it, so we have to start by just remembering how we graph a point. So our review section is going to be about plotting coordinate points. To begin with, you have to remember what a coordinate point is and how it's made up, and so we're going to start with a coordinate point itself is a point with an x and y coordinate. Together they tell you where in a graph you go. Our x is what we call our horizontal move. So this is where we move horizontally. Move or shift. And the y value is our vertical move. So whether we move, how we move up and down. So in other words, x is, x is our left or right, and y is our up or down. And then the decision on which way you go is dependent upon the value. So left would be if it's a negative, we're going to make a left move. Right would be if it's a positive. Up is if it's a positive, down is if it's a negative. So let's do just a couple examples, just talking about how we would move from the origin. All of these moves are from the origin, which means 0, 0. So from the origin, we would move left 3, because we have a negative 3, and up 2. And that's where we would place this point. Here's another one, 6, negative 4. Our x value is 6, our y value is negative 4. We would go up 6 and up 6. See, I'm going crazy in our time being cooped up in the house. We would go right, because our x value is our right or left. Right 6 and down 4. So let's actually get some practice in. Another thing we need to talk about is quadrants. You'll hear some teachers talk about what quadrant something it is in, or we're working in the first quadrant. So here's how this works. We start in the upper right with quadrant 1. And the reason for that is quadrant 1 is where our x, here, we're going to kind of make a table. Our x and our y's are both positive. That happens in quad 1. The reason that we choose this as quadrant 1 is because that's the quadrant in which most graphs happen, where both our x and our y's are positive. And then from there, we go counterclockwise. So this one, the top left corner, is going to be quadrant 2. Quadrant 2 is when my x is negative, right? See, our x's are negative, but our y's are positive. And then we move down to quadrant 3, and this is where both are negative. So quadrant 3, we have a negative x with a negative y, and then quadrant 4 is where we have a positive x with a negative y. But again, we start with that positive with our quadrant 1, upper right-hand corner, and move counterclockwise to name our quadrants. So that just kind of helps. It makes us think about where a point is and whether we graphed it correctly. So if I had two positives, I know I would want to see that point over here. So this table can kind of help us double check to make sure that our point is in the right spot. All right, so when it comes to graphing points, right, we are going to look at, here's point B. And I know because it's a negative x with a positive 3, we're going to be in quadrant, or with a positive y, we're going to be in quadrant 2. And I just know that kind of, based off this, right? We have a positive, or a negative x with a positive y. And so that's quadrant 2. So then I'm going to go, from my origin, I'm going to go left 6 to the negative 6. And I'm going to go up 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to put my point there. And then I'm going to label that B. Just more so that we know where that is. C, we're going to go right. So this is going to be right 2. Now it's letting me right. So we're going to go right 2. But since our y is 0, that means we're not going up or down any. So our C is actually going to show up right here on the x-axis. D, we're going to go negative 6. So again, left 6. So we're going to go left 6 and down 1. So left 6, down 1. And this is point D. Because it was negative, negative, if I used what I learned, or what we talked about in the last one, negative, negative tells us we're in the third quadrant. I'm in the third quadrant, so I know that I went the correct directions. Positive 7, so that's going to be a right 7, and a negative 2, so down 2. So we're going to go right 7, there's 7, and down 2. And we're going to plot our point right here. That's going to be point E. And if I wanted to double check myself, positive, negative quadrant 4, and that's exactly where we placed our E. F, we're going to go left 10 and down 8. So a negative, negative means we're in that third quadrant, so we just got to make sure we go left 10, down 8. And so then that will give us point F. The most common mistake my students make is that they reverse it, and instead of going left or right first, they go up or down first, and then left and right. Please don't do that. We want to go left or right first, and then up or down when we are plotting points. Okay. All right, so naming points. Basically, we just go to where this point is. We look at what the x value is. So looking at B, my x value is negative 5. And when you name points, they have to be in parentheses. If they're not in parentheses, it's just a list of numbers. Put them in parentheses, they create a coordinate point. So we have negative 5, right? So between negative 4 and negative 6 is negative 5. And then we come up to the y. And we go over, so here's my B, and I go over to the y, and we're between 6 and 8, which means we're at positive 7. And so B is at negative 5, positive 7. And when I'm looking at it, quadrant 2 is a negative positive, and we have a negative positive. C is in quadrant 1, which means we should be positive, positive. So I'm going to look, here's point C. I'm going to go down to find my x value. And my x value is at 10, so I'm going to write 10, comma. Don't forget we're putting these in parentheses. I'll come back to point C, and now I'm going to go right to the y-axis, or left. Left and right here. I'm going to go left to the y-axis. We're between 4 and 6, which means we're at 5. So 10, comma 5. All right. D is down here in the third quadrant, which means both of these will be negative. I'm going to start with my parentheses. I'm going to go up to find my x value, and that is negative 10. And I'm going to get back to D. I'm going to go to the right, and I'm going to find that we're at negative 8 for our y value. And you could count the boxes, but if you can easily see, or especially like if you're using the computer, put a paper up to help you guide your dot through the line to read it. That I find works easier than counting and going, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But it is your choice, however you feel that this will work. So here's point E. We're in the fourth quadrant, which means positive x with a negative y, and I've got a positive 1, right? Yep, positive 1 and negative 1 is for point E. And then finally F. F is sitting here at a positive 2 and positive 2. And so just remember, your x value comes first. Our x-axis is always the left to right axis, and our y-axis is always the up and down axis. So you want to see which one, how far left or right your point went first, and then where it lines up on the y-axis. That is it for coordinate points. You have a Math Excel assignment, and I hope to see you soon.